If you're a service provider selling services around video, branding, graphic design, digital marketing, website building, and you have reached this place where basically everything depends on you, you're afraid to take more clients because you may drop the ball, and you feel like you can only replace yourself with expensive and experienced experts that you can't really afford. And so you sort of struggle to see a path where this business can run without you. If you're like me, you started that business because you wanted to earn more while working less. You envisioned building a business, leading a team, and somewhere along the ways, you basically have built a job for yourself. And so you're waiting for that big project that will give you the cash in order to invest in a team so that you can transition to more of a business owner and you can actually scale the business. Well, in my experience, that path does not happen naturally. That transition from being self-employed, where everything depends on you, to business owner, where you run the business, you're going out there, you're talking to people, generating leads, speaking conferences, and then your team delivers for you. That path, that transition only happens when you actually change the way that you approach your business. Now, it's not like you need to go and sell courses, sell coaching, sell digital tools in order to scale your business. You can actually scale your done for you service without changing much. Actually, by doing less, you're able to scale that business. And that's what I mean with eliminating dependency is actually easier than you think. And so let's take a quick look at what is keeping you there. So basically, let's say you are trying to build this profitable 20K plus a month business. You saw that you have a certain skills and you can go out there, market these skills and earn more. So you wanted to turn that into a business. But now you see that you're 3 years in and everything really depends on you. And the reason number one, and this is why if you don't solve these three, you really stay here stuck. And this is why coaching services or coaching programs don't really nail all these elements. So the first thing here is that actually every project starts from scratch. And because of that, even if you have niche down into an industry or focus on some community, a group of people, if the problem you solve for every customer is different, you need to sit down, come up with a new solution, a way to solve that. That process on its own, you're basically starting a whole new business. And that creates a lot of complexity. And therefore, that's reason number one why everything depends on you. Problem number two is that you have an unscalable delivery where you are the system. So you have some freelancers, then they support you with different areas of the business. Maybe you have a graphic designer, maybe you have a video editor, maybe you have a copywriter. But then what happens is that you take that, you do quality control, and then you send it to the client. And then the client checks that, sends you the information back. And so this is the problem why for us Trello didn't work, Notion doesn't work, Slack, email, in person. Because at the end of the day, the way that you have designed your system is basically around you. You're the main point of communication. This is why it doesn't matter if you win a big project and you get the cash in sort of induction into your company. If you hire team members, if that's the system, you will stay stuck there. And so the other option that you have is that you stop taking clients, you're afraid to drop the ball, and then you stay stuck. So basically, it's all happening because of the system that you have right now where it is designed around you. And problem number three that has to be solved is that you need a process to get others, meaning your team, to perform like you without breaking the bank, without costing you an arm and a leg. Breaking the bank. Like when I talk to clients, the whole thing there is that they feel they need these experts and experienced people to replace themselves. But in reality, it's just because they don't have the clarity of exactly this, that they do things, because every project starts from scratch, so they're not able to improve processes. And so they think they need another expert. But when you get another expert, what happens is that they have their own way of doing things. And so when they come into your business, they're going to adapt the stuff that you have built into their way of doing things. And now you're going to pray that they never leave you. You're going to be held hostage by them, hoping that they still work with you as long as possible, because if they leave, you don't know how to do things, and then you're going to lose some customers. So what you need to do, it's basically document your processes and services so that other people can follow that process and get the same results as you. When you solve these 3 problems, you will be able then to reclaim your time and have a team that performs like you without you having to be involved. This is exactly what we do for our customers. We literally sit down with you, we analyze your portfolio of services, we identify the most promising path that will help you carve your own positioning so that you are the go-to expert. You're no longer a commodity in the market, one more person offering the thing. And so we develop what we call a productized signature offer. And that is a done for you service. It's not coaching, it's not courses, it's a done for you service that it is paid in advance, it is fixed in price, and is sold in multiple ways, allowing you then to solve one problem for one customer, deliver one outcome for everybody, and sold in the same way for all of them. And so this now eliminates complexity, and that allows you then to figure out what it is that you do for customers. And now you have clarity because you keep doing the same thing. Once we know what we're selling, then we're gonna document your intellectual property, and we use a tool that we call the IP mapper. Then we build your internal brain, and here now we're gonna have a scalable delivery framework. And when we have this, you basically remove yourself from being the bottleneck, the central place between everything that is happening. But instead, when we build this tool and install it in your business, you're going to be able to connect your team directly with your customer. And now, because you're not the middle point, your team right now knows that you will check their work and do quality control. When you put them together directly with your customers, they now need to start performing, and you will see how their work now quality will improve, and you can take a step back while still seeing them collaborate without losing the overview. And so not only you're able to hold them accountable because now they know what the standard is and they know that they have a responsibility, but they also have the space for mastering and growing. And so that's what we install in your business as well. And lastly, now that we know what we're selling, how we're delivering that, we have a customer excellence process that allows you then to align your sales process with your new signature offer. It allows you to position yourself as the expert that they're looking for. And so when clients come into your world, they're being indoctrinated, they're communicated, they have the right expectations. And so you're training them on how it is to work with you rather than you having to adapt to each and every single customer. And believe me, it doesn't matter if you're working with large companies or small companies or public companies, like state institutions, they will adapt to you because they'll see you as the expert that they've been looking for, as the person who's going to help them with their processes. And so if you are interested, we basically go ahead and install this in your business. We have about 8 weeks to install all these, and then the last 4 weeks, all the way from week 8 to 12, it's about supporting you as you onboard new customers into the systems that you have built in your business. We basically come in, you're running your business on the side of the store while we remodel the rest, and then we come out, and then you can take clients in, and we support you with the process as we polish all the little things as you now start to scale and your team starts to shine and you reclaim your time so that you can focus on the strategic side of scaling further and getting more customers and making sure that things are working without depending on you. If that sounds interesting, I'll recommend you go ahead and click the button below, apply, and let's see if this is something that works. We only have capacity for 5 clients a month. So once we fill that in, we are moving on to a wait list. And therefore, once spots open, then we reach out to our wait list to let them know. But in any case, go ahead and apply. And yeah, if we see that within your application, this is something that makes sense, we'll let you know, and then we'll take things further. All right. Thank you so much for making it this far. I'm Juan. I'm the founder of ScaleYard, and I'm looking forward to supporting you with your business.